Good morning, everybody, especially our dear Busconians and our dear lay mission partners. I have a question for all of you. No? Do you love to dream or do you often dream? Sa Tagalog, dalawa yung ibig sabihin ng dream, no? Pwedeng panaginip, madalas ka bang managinip? Or dream could also be pangarap. Madalas ka bang mangarap? I'd like to read a letter of our Rector Major, the message that he has for all of us, members of the Salesian family, for the month of July. And he begins this way. Greetings to all of you, friends of Don Bosco's charism around the world, or readers who may have chanced upon the Salesian Bulletin. Just an aside, that the Salesian Bulletin is available here in the Philippines, among the Salesian family members, as St. John Bosco today. But anyway, he writes this. The Salesian Bulletin, the communication tool that Don Bosco himself founded and loved so much. Today's greeting bears a message filled with the family spirit and expressive of wonderful closeness on the part of the Holy Father, Pope Francis, to the entire Salesian family, even if it was specifically addressed to us, the Salesians of Don Bosco, at the time when we were holding our general chapter. Just a commentary about that. Don Bosco had three loves. Ano itong mga ito? First is the Holy Eucharist, okay, our Lord. And then second, devotion to our Blessed Mother. And then the third is love for the Pope or the Holy Father. And one of the things that he spoke about especially is the presence of the Pope in the general chapter. Not physically present, but he gave us a message. He was supposed to be there. I was very fortunate to be among the members of the general chapter. And he continues, the Holy Father, this simple man of God and the most credible leader in the world, who prayed alone in the vast empty piazza in front of St. Peter's Basilica on a rainy and cold afternoon, as night was falling on May 27, 2020, this man of God who prayed for all mankind, which has perhaps as never before seemed so Promethean as in the present century, while at the same time never so fragile as when stricken with a virus that has paralyzed the planet. This man of God who never before had been so alone when praying, and yet at the same time never so accompanied, this same man of God, just 3 weeks prior, had wanted to be present to our general chapter via a message that, far from formal, was familiar, purposeful, and challenging for the children of Don Bosco. This image that he was speaking about, the Pope under the rain, is there on the screen. And what you find there below, it's a picture of our Rector Major and together with the Holy Father. And this was taken during the bicentennial of the birth of St. John Bosco. And that was taken in Colle Don Bosco. Or if I'm not mistaken, I think this picture that you see is a picture taken in the previous general chapter, prior to the 27th general chapter. But anyway, I would continue. Among the many significant things that he says to us, Pope Francis ends his message with the following words. I would like to offer you these words as your good night, just like those that take place in every Salesian house at the end of the day. Even in our house, even here in Don Bosco Lubang, among us Salesians, there's what we call the good night talk, and we have it every evening. But since Don Bosco College is a school during daytime, you usually give the good morning talk, and this is a good morning talk. And so the Pope was referring to a talk like this, the Buonanotte or the good night talk. And he was saying that he invited us. I would like to offer you these words, just like those that take place in every Salesian house at the end of the day, inviting you to dream and to dream big, knowing that all the rest will be given to you in addition. Dream of open, fruitful, and evangelizing houses, capable of allowing the Lord to show very many young people His unconditional love, and to permit you to enjoy the beauty to which you were called. And he continues, dream, not only for yourselves and for the good of the congregation, but for all the young people who are deprived of the strength, light, and comfort found in friendship with Jesus Christ, deprived of a community of faith that includes them, and deprived of a horizon that holds life and its meaning. Dream and help others dream. Mangarap. Mangarap para sa mga kabataan. Ito ang ginagawa nating mga Salesian educators para sa ating mga kabataan. And the Rector Major continues, pouring his sentiments over what is happening in the world with regard to the COVID crisis. And he expresses his sentiments, as I said, and also the challenge that it gives to all of us. And then he ends with these words, I'm wondering, do we adults remember our own dreams? Do you remember yours? I would like to think we do, and that somehow they are coming true. And he said, well then, let's keep believing during this century in which so many are saying that the utopias have come crushing down, that it is possible to have and share visions, ideals, and dreams. Let us continue to believe and to desire that after this pandemic will have finished, that our world and our society will not just go back to pick up again where it left off, as though regaining lost time. I know there are things that we need to rethink, such as taking very seriously that our common home, planet Earth, can feel better and breathe more deeply, because it just returns to us what we give to it, life or stress. I want to dream and hope that we do not give up taking steps in favor of an ever more just society. I want to dream and I pray that the racism that exists in some parts of the world, and which is far more prevalent than we think, is disappearing. I want to dream and wish that we will trust and believe more in our young people and in the generations that will follow us. This is why I make the words of Pope Francis my own. May I dream and help all those whom I meet dream too. May the good Lord bless you, Don Ángel. From our Rector Major, Father Ángel Fernandez, SDB. My dear friends, this is a challenge to all of us. What are we dreaming of for our young people? What are we dreaming of for our works? In your own capacity, dear lay mission partners, the teachers, what are you dreaming right now for your students whom you would be teaching during this state of the pandemic? And those who are not teaching, how would you contribute personally to educating our young people? But the important thing is, mangarap tayo. Let us dream. God bless you all.